In a small, dusty town in South Africa, a young boy named Elon sat on the floor of his family's modest home. His world was one of faded walls, second-hand books, and broken dreams. Elon wasn't like the other kids in the neighborhood. While they spent their days playing soccer in the sun, Elon could often be found tinkering with old gadgets, his eyes lighting up at the idea of making something new from nothing. Elon's family was poor. His father worked long hours, often coming home with barely enough money to put food on the table. Despite their struggles, Elon's mother, May, always encouraged his curiosity. She'd saved up enough to buy him an old computer, though it was nearly as ancient as their creaky house. "Why do you waste your time with that junk?" one of the neighbors sneered when they saw Elon fiddling with the machine on their porch. "I'm not wasting time," Elon said stubbornly. "I'm learning how to make something better." And that was the thing about Elon. No matter how many times people doubted him or mocked his ideas, he never gave up. If someone told him he couldn't do something, it only made him want to prove them wrong even more. One evening, while the rest of the family was asleep, Elon discovered a programming manual buried beneath a pile of old magazines. It was outdated, but it was enough to spark an idea. For weeks, he stayed up late, teaching himself to code on that clunky old computer. His first success came when he wrote a simple video game called Blastar. It wasn't much, but he managed to sell it to a small magazine for $500. To Elon, it felt like a fortune. Years passed, and Elon's determination only grew stronger. When he was a teenager, he decided he wanted to move to America. "That's where the future is," he told Mai. "I'm going to build things that will change the world." Getting there wasn't easy. He worked odd jobs, saving every penny he could, and eventually managed to enroll in college in Canada as a stepping stone. From there, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the U.S., where he studied physics and business. During his studies, Elon realized that the internet was the future. With the same stubborn determination that had carried him through his childhood, he dropped out of graduate school and started his first company, Zip2. It wasn't glamorous. He lived in his office and showered at the local YMCA to save money, but he poured everything he had into the business. When the company was eventually sold for $307 million, Elon walked away with $22 million. Instead of settling down and living comfortably, Elon took a massive gamble. He used his earnings to co-found X.com, an online payment company that eventually became PayPal. His bold vision and relentless work ethic helped turn the startup into a success, and when eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion, Elon became a multimillionaire. But Elon wasn't satisfied with just being rich. He had bigger dreams of exploring space and saving the planet. With his characteristic stubbornness, he invested nearly all his money into 3 risky ventures: SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity. People called him crazy, and for a while it seemed like they might be right. His companies faced bankruptcy, and Elon himself was nearly broke. Still, he refused to quit. Then, the breakthroughs started happening. SpaceX launched a reusable rocket, slashing the cost of space travel. Tesla proved that electric cars could be both efficient and desirable. SolarCity brought clean energy to homes across the country. Slowly but surely, Elon's vision of the future started to take shape. Today, Elon Musk is one of the richest people in the world. But his journey wasn't about money. It was about proving that with enough determination, even a poor, stubborn kid from a dusty town could change the world. And through it all, Elon never forgot the lesson he learned as a child. When the world tells you no, work harder until you make it a yes.